Greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. I'm Don Valiant, and this is the news from Gyeonggi Province this week. A Gyeonggi Provincial COVID-19 quarantine center opened at the Creativity and Humanity Center, a lifelong education center in Ansan City. With 10 medical and administrative personnel and 40 rooms, this center serves those who are unable to arrange their own self-quarantine. Based on provincial government reviews, this center will admit those who come in contact with confirmed COVID-19 carriers, those who arrived from abroad, and those recommended by local government heads. Gyeonggi Province has begun receiving suggestions for topics to be discussed at the Gyeonggi Resident Policy Festival slated for this coming October. All residents and civil groups in the province are invited to submit suggestions via the provincial website or Facebook page from June 22nd until August 15th. Marking its second occasion, the Gyeonggi Resident Policy Festival will be held at the Gyeonggi Ansan campus in Suwon City on October 16th and 17th. After being discussed during the festival, selected topics will be adopted in phases for policy implementation following deliberation by provincial authorities. The third general meeting of the 344th Gyeonggi Provincial Assembly regular session took place on June 23rd. During this meeting, which saw the second day of a Q&A session on administrative matters, Assemblymember Chae Jong-hyun asked the administration to actively pursue the establishment of a social welfare facility service quality certification system. The administration representative answered by offering assurances that the administration will do its utmost to ensure that social welfare facilities are properly managed and that their users receive quality services. Other suggestions included those pertaining to the establishment of additional sunflower centers and the provision of direct support to enterprises directly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Gyeonggi Agricultural Research and Extension Services recently warned farmers about possible tomato spotted wilt virus outbreaks that could affect fruiting vegetables such as peppers and tomatoes. Affected plants suffer from the withering of shoots, deformities of leaves and fruits, and the appearance of round spots, rendering them unmarketable. To prevent the spread of this virus, sticky traps must be used to control thrips, the intermediate hosts. Once detected, insecticides must be uniformly applied every 3 to 5 days in the early stages. The Institute also warned about possible occurrences of the cucurbit aphid-borne yellow virus that affects gourds such as cucumbers, pumpkins, and melons, as well as the zucchini yellow mosaic virus that also affects members of the gourd family. Gyeonggi Province recently announced that it now has a legal foundation to provide one-person households with housing, health, and social safety network support. According to the province, the related One-Person Household Social Integration Promotion and Support Ordinance was passed by the Gyeonggi Provincial Assembly during its 344th session and will enter into effect on July 15th. Pertaining to welfare support and social safety network establishment for one-person households, this ordinance requires the Governor of Gyeonggi Province to establish and implement basic one-person household support plans every 5 years. It also enables the province to pursue housing, health, leisure, social safety network, and community promotion programs for one-person households and to provide local governments with necessary budget support. On June 11th, the former Gyeonggi Provincial Mental Hospital reopened as the new Gyeonggi Provincial Mental Hospital. It is staffed by a total of 53 medical personnel, including psychiatrists, and has 50 beds. This hospital is the first mental health crisis response center in Korea to provide acute mental patients with intensive short-term treatment and follow-up support for their return to society. In addition, instead of conventional isolation and constraint-oriented approaches, this facility will adopt modified inpatient treatment methods that respect the human rights of patients. A number of former and current directors of social welfare facilities who embezzled provincial support funds were apprehended in Gyeonggi Province. The offenses range widely, including the misappropriation and personal use of support funds, as well as illegal gains realized through rebates from operational transactions.
사회복지법 위반 행위를 집중 수사하였습니다. 특히 시군의 지도점검을 통해 문제가 발견되거나 비리사항 공익제보가 있었던 사회복지법인과 시설을 중점적으로 수사하여 총 10명을 사회복지법 위반 혐의로 검찰에 송치하였습니다.
Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of GTV. We look forward to seeing you again next week.